Hey everyone, today I'm going to be talking about the M16-13SFG. This is a CRKT knife, as you can see right there, CRKT. This is from their M16 series, which they have various types of knives. This is just one of the specific designs of it. Just talk about it, I guess just the details so far. From tip to end, it's 8.25 inches, the overall length. The blade is 3.5 inches, and the overall weight of this knife is 4 ounces. So that's not actually too bad for this knife. It's a Tanto style blade, as you can see. There's a Tanto right there. That's how you can determine, because this end doesn't curve. It kind of immediately goes off at an obtuse angle there. The blade is coated in black titanium nitride. That is for corrosion resistance. The blade itself is made out of 8 CR14 stainless steel. And I guess we'll talk about these, which you might be wondering about. This is actually the only reason why I bought this knife. I didn't look at the price. I didn't look at the Tanto blade. I didn't look at how the style is, the two Carson flippers. I just looked at these. These are what caught my eye specifically. These are called, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, VEF or VEF serrations, and these are very, very aggressive. And by aggressive I mean they're very, very sharp. If you run your finger just kind of like down like that, you can actually cut like I guess like the first layer of skin, which I did before because I noticed I had all these scratches, and that was because I kept doing this. These are very, very sharp. Let's see if I can get those in. Yeah, there you go. One thing that you might notice about these serrations is that they are not cut at like the 90-degree angle. These are at a different angle, as you can see. As well, there's only one point there. There's not several different little kind of teeth, I guess you call it. And these are very, very aggressive, and they're very nice. If you you can cut easily with this. And yeah, you're gonna have no problem with this. I mean, this blade right out of the box was very, very sharp, especially here. But these are very, very sharp, and they will cut through pretty much almost anything very easily. I did like the paper test with thicker cardboard kind of paper. Actually, you know what? I can show you it right there. I normally don't do this just because I just don't really normally do this. But in this case, this is not. This isn't paper, this is more kind of a cardboardy thing. As you can see, that part cuts fine. But then we're going to use the serrations only. It cut it like butter. As you can see, there was no resistance. It's a very, very clean cut. We'll do that again. See, you can even, cut it at different, not really angles, but different shapes and whatnot. It cuts very, very cleanly. Perfect. I love that design on this VEF serrations or VEF serrations. Beautiful serrations, very, very sharp. You can easily cut yourself on these. I almost have, and I mean, like I said, if you run your finger on them, you will probably have some little cuts on there because these are so sharp. That's the amazing part about that. I like these serrations, and from what I hear, I haven't done this yet because they're still sharp. From what I hear, these type of serrations are a lot easier to sharpen than normal serrations, which I can believe because there's a lot more space and you don't have to worry about the tiny little teeth in between them. What else can I say about this knife? It also has auto locks on this. As you can see, this is auto locks. What this serves as is they say the auto locks is more for keeping your pocket knife turning it into a fixed blade knife. Generally speaking, that's what it does. That's really all it does. It's not really a safety feature or anything like that. I guess it could be a safety feature to keep this knife open, because this is a liner lock, so if you push it, no matter what, you're not going to be able to push that blade down. You have to disengage or open whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, the auto locks first, then push in the liner locker. It's hard to show you all this. But once you do all those two steps, you can close the knife. One thing that some people might not like is the fact that you actually have to do, it's like a two-step closing process instead of just using the liner there, you have to push this down too. Some people might not like that. I personally don't have much of a problem with it, although I might have preferred just to have a liner lock, but most CRKT knives have that auto locks feature, at least the M16 series. As well, they have two Carson flippers, as you can see right there. I find that this, the one that you'd maybe, or the thumb stud side, it's kind of useless, because if you're going to open this, you might have your finger positioned like that. If you open it, you're going to pinch yourself like right there, so you can't really do that. The thumb stud, same difference, you might pinch yourself there. And because you gotta hold your knife up a little bit higher than, holding it where you wouldn't get pinched, so you're not going to be able to really open it. It's hard to illustrate that, but this is where you wouldn't get pinched, and I can't open it like all the way without it feeling uncomfortable. So, this is really the Carson flipper right here, where the auto locks is really the only, good way to open it without getting pinched or anything like that. As well, these two Carson flippers actually do serve as a wonderful, finger guard. You can put your thumb there. It works a little bit better than those ridges or whatnot for other knives. You can put your thumb there, and you got a good grip on there. It's not going to go forward because this is solid right there. And as well, this Carson flipper can also serve as kind of a finger guard right there. So this actually kind of almost really does turn into a fixed blade knife of sorts. This apparently, the M16 series, as the CRKT website states, it was designed by the military for special forces use. I do kind of find that a little bit believable, just because of the style of it, and it's got a good grip. This is a bit bigger than the M16 that I reviewed a little bit earlier. I'll put a little link to the other M16 in the just annotation or description. But one thing that you'll notice, if you look on their website, this actually looks a lot skinnier than it is. Don't be fooled by it. It isn't exactly as skinny as the pictures make it look. The pictures make this look a lot smaller than it really is. This is actually fairly big. When I first bought it, I actually expected this blade to be a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller, which I didn't really want it to be smaller. Actually, I wanted it to be bigger, but this is actually the perfect size that it is, because the pictures didn't illustrate it that well, and I don't think the camera's going to illustrate it that well either. But this is bigger than the other M16 10KZ, I believe, that I reviewed earlier. And this is definitely well worth the money. CRKT website lists this as $59.99 US. I think I'll try to put it in a place where you can buy this for a bit cheaper. And definitely check this out. Serrations are wonderful. Tanto blade. I don't really care about the Tanto blade that much. I really just wanted the serrations, that's all. So definitely check this knife out. Definitely worth it. Very, very sharp. Be careful with the serrations, because they will cut and they will tear easily through whatever you put this through. So I hope that was helpful. Any questions or comments, just put them in below.